This commit me ceremony will have you saying, wait, why are you still here? Didn't you leave?
If you love someone, it's either a yes or a no.
I came here for you, but you didn't give it a second.
Just leave already.
If I'm not giving you what you need, I need to go.
Are you ready for you and I to recommit to each other for another episode of Rehashed? I'll take that as a yes.
You want the trash, I got it all for you. Let's rehash the mess together. A sassy hole that only speaks the truth. Nobody gaslights you better.
Hello, I'm Wilko. Welcome back to the channel. We're into another rehash of Married at First Sight UK. It's season 10. We're up to episode 24. It is a commit me. Let's do a quick little whip around because Reiss and Leisha are proclaiming to be strong. They're a strong couple now, okay. It's so weird on this show. He can be like really strong one day and then the next day, shattered glasses everywhere, and that is what your relationship was. And I don't know about you, but I can't deal with the sight of Devaney and Julia Ruth. Why are they here for another episode? We don't need them. Maeve and Joe just left at the retreat. We don't need to hold up parchment. You can just leave, guys.
I feel proud that I just held my own. I honestly don't think the marriage can be salvaged at all. I don't think we're the right people for each other. Sometimes you just need to know when to walk away from it.
No. You yelled divorced and then you stormed off. You also claimed that you were divorced in your little dinner monologue. We're not the ones deluded. We absolutely know that it's done. So you don't need to sell us. It's like you're trying to convince yourself that it's over.
Just gonna go back to Juicy Roo, back to myself, the person who walked in here.
Well, you never stopped being juicy, Ruth. It's just not everyone likes the flavour. It's like a better taste for some of us. Oh, there's heaps of juice, though. We can't deny that there's heaps of juice.
Last night, Steve and I had a bit of a Barney.
Nope. No, I refuse to watch any more of this. The last thing any of us need to hear is that you had another argument with, I've got a secret, Stephen. Of course you had a Barney. Of course. You drank too much, and then because you drank too much, you tried to say things with your chest, but it just didn't come out right. And because he already doesn't like you, it just gave him more of the ick that he already had for you. The ick that he's been pretending so hard doesn't exist. He's been pushing it down just to run out the clock, but unfortunately, it just all came to the surface. Nelly wants more support because he didn't back her up, but he backed up old Juicy Ruth, didn't he?
I need to see some progress, because if I don't, then I'm wasting my time.
You know you're wasting your time. Like, we can't keep doing this, Nelly. You're one of those friends that we talk to and we say, hey, it's not working out. And then you keep doing the same things and get the same results. And we go, hey, it's not working out. Nelly even knows that Ruth of the juicy variety was baiting her and like trying to wind her up. You took the bait though. Stephen says the reason he didn't support Nelly is because, well, it wasn't his fight.
I won't get involved and she's taking it to heart.
And he's not going to get involved in fights that aren't his fight. But hang on, you got involved in a fight last night for Juicy Ruth, that you weren't involved in at all. And you can tell by his eyes, let's take a quick look, that Honeymoon Stephen is gone. Yes, Apartment Stephen has reclaimed the body. Speaking of broken records and things that I need to repeat. See? It's so annoying when people just repeat things over and over again. Ashley and Grace are no good. Oh, Colour is all shocked. Grace feels unheard in the relationship, and it's all because of that hussy April.
The initial reason we started arguing was because April consistently chooses Ash, no matter what the question. Who she'd rather be matched with, who's the funniest.
All right, so let's just clear this up. I need to get this straight in my brain, and I don't like too many straight things up there. You're in your feelings Nelly styles because some other sluzzy girl has got the hots for your TV husband. Okay. But just because April's got the hots for Ashley, that's not Ashley's fault, BT dubs.
It does come across as a little bit threatening.
At the end of the dinner party, April asked me what was wrong. I just explained to April, Grace feels uncomfortable, and I just don't feel like we can have that friendship that we could have had.
Right, okay, so Ash chose you over this casual have a laugh at dinner friendship with April. He chose you over that, and you're still finding some sort of reason to hate on him? Well, you get chosen and you're mad about it. Okay. No, I'm listening.
I'm not sure you trust me. You're constantly questioning my character with the things that you're upset with.
Look, Ash is never going to win in this situation. I can totally see part of Grace's point that if she has the problem with April, then it's really up to her to approach. But I can also see Ash was just like, hey, I just need to say this out there because I'm feeling awkward. And I just want to say, hey, can we just like dial this back because it makes my partner feel uncomfortable and I just don't want that to happen. So I can see both sides. Also, does anyone else feel like that no matter what, Grace is going to find a reason to have a problem with Ash? Also, you said at the pre-dinner drinks that you were like, you just found it rude and you weren't going to say anything to April anyway. So she was annoyed. And then Ashley apologizes for not looping her in and them tackling it together.
We both came here for marriage. It is hard work. Is it this hard work? I don't think either of us want to leave, but we're both starting to feel like we don't have a choice.
Oh, Grace, I'm not sure what you want. I don't think either of these people are bad. I just think it's bad science. I did find this very interesting, though. Even a couple of weeks, this certainly would not have happened. Look at the intimacy on the bed here. And does she know that people are in the room too? Like, I know it's a sad moment, but I feel like this is growth for them. Guys, don't be sad because it's the second last commit me. And I know it actually is a bit of a downer. But to cheer us up, here she is looking like a business Barbie. It's 2 shillings, everybody. Yeah. So, oh, wow. Okay. Oh, it just looks like some gift that I don't want to unwrap. Before we go any further, I have a question. Why is Maeve here? I'm sorry to shout at you, but it is a question. Maeve is here. Like, unless Joe's going to walk through the door in a big surprise, which I don't think he is, why is she here? There's no need for you to write stay or leave, baby girl. Your husband be gone. All right, it's time for you and I to have some quickies on the couch. Let's start with Abby and John, the quickiest of them all. It's all praise, compliments. Chats about having kids. What? Okay, all right, it's going very well. I do like, though, that Abby refuses to be bullied into saying, I love you on the couch. The experts really play hard for it.
Are you in love now?
It's almost like they get some sort of expert commission for like goading them into saying, I love you on the couch. And they were like, you know what? We got one out of Joe, and he didn't even believe it. But still, Paul is going to pocket that cash. Apart from that, not much to mention on these two. It is a double stay. The quickies continue with the gays. They're on the couch, and this will be even quicker. They have some anxiety about making it work on the outside, but that's pretty normal, and that's pretty much it. It's a double stay. Oh, but they do drop at the end of it, though, just a little tidbit about wanting to have, what's the terminology, a horde of children together. And, you know, good luck to them for trying. You know, my partner and I have been trying for a while, but it just hasn't happened for us. We might be doing it wrong. All right, Maeve is up. Let's just make this quick. We just go over the same shit, just like around and around and around. But apparently Joe did say to her that they were 100% done. And then she's like, but I need more answers. And I'm like, well, you kind of got one answer. It's the answer that you really need. You're 100% done. That kind of answers it for you, right? Jim Rat Tats writes a letter. And I don't know about you, but there was a part of my brain that thought, did he? Did he really prove it? Show me footage of him writing the letter. I feel like maybe a producer 5 minutes before the program started recording, I think the producer wrote that letter. Anyway, he thanks her over and over again.
I came into this process for the right reasons. I wanted to get married and meet my forever person. And once it was clear that that wasn't the case, my time in the experiment was done there and then.
It's really hard to take any of this seriously with 2 shillings in those glasses. I can't think of the animation right now, but she definitely looks like one of the characters from a popular animation. It really doesn't narrow it down, but if you have any ideas, put them in the comments below. Jim Rat Tats wishes nothing but the best for the Geordie. And I would say normally, well, you probably should just say that to her face and not in a letter. But then I'm also like, Maeve would not let him get a word in edgewise. So the letter's probably the better choice. Hey, it's not a text message. Don't worry, they get her final decision. I mean, what does it even matter? She writes leave in case you were really on a cliff edge. And then how do we celebrate this leave? Oh, we throw Maeve up in the air. It's so weird. Why are we doing this? She didn't win the British Grand Prix. In fact, she lost. The black cat and the golden retriever get their commit me catch time, and it is very quick because the experts, all they do is gush about how much they love Rebecca and Bailey as a couple. That's it. It's a double stay. The lady lovers have their turn on the Commit Me couch, and apparently we're playing a game.
I want you to use a word to describe your emotional intimacy.
United.
United.
Yeah.
That's a great word.
Team.
Team. I love it. One word to describe your physical intimacy.
Steady. Yeah.
Ooh. Steady's kind of sexy.
Yeah, I don't know if steady is a sexy word. Would we say sexy? I don't know. Yes. Would you like to go steady with me? Yeah, I'm not getting sex. But apparently they are moving in the right direction, which when I hear terms like that in this show, I think, I don't know if you are. And it feels like the experts aren't really buying it either.
It's just not full hog yet, but half hog.
Oh, that's so weird. Didn't I say the last rehash? Didn't I say something about the whole hog? Or did I think about saying it and I just didn't? Apparently, they can't guarantee at the end of this that they'll be together. I'm like, well, yeah. It feels like they've just made a pact with each other to try and get out of this unscathed. Also, I wonder who they're going to wife swap with. Oh, Leigh's going to hate it no matter who it is. Those questions for future hashes. Either way, it's a double stay. Leisha and Reiss, they're on the Commit Me couch, and intimacy comes up hard first because Leisha is really after a sex robot, and no matter how much I think he is, Reiss apparently isn't a robot.
It hasn't just been after 10 p.m. this week. Yeah. We haven't been scheduling it in, more of like a natural flow. Because I know Leisha didn't want us to wait till bedtime. She felt like it was like sort of scheduled in. Sure. So I sort of broke that rule.
Wow, what a bad boy. Sex before 10 p.m. and no official banger clock scheduled. Shut up, Reiss. You are just everyone's dream boy, aren't you? Or you'd like to think.
Have you changed the location as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah.
And it's in different locations that are not just the marital bed. Oh, a scandalo. Like Devaney with the Julia Ruth, Leisha is absolutely obsessed. And it's a double stay. Oh, okay, I'm going to need some energy for this one. Okay, Nelly and Stephen. Nelly and I've Got a Secret obviously bring up the whole schmozzle with Julia Ruth. How she planned to lure Stephen, the hot, perfect lover that he is, lure him away and turn his head. And I am not at all a fan of Stephen. If you need proof, go and watch the other episodes. But this level of insecurity from Nelly is making me think, oh, baby, you need to go and speak to some actual professionals, not these couch clowns that we've got in front of us, like real, proper experts. And then the experts keep talking to Stephen about how Nelly needs more support. And I'm like, Nelly, you took the bait and got your back up about a subject that was covered 24 hours prior. I feel this is on you.
I would have liked more support because I'm stood there defending and fighting for our relationship. It was annoying when Julia Ruth was interrupting. It's just maybe like a let my wife speak or something.
For the life of me, I can't understand why all of this is about Stephen and none of this is about Nelly. Like, they don't even tell her that her insecurities can't drive this relationship. Let me repeat. Stephen, I think, not a good guy. But guaranteed Nelly is going to act like this in the next relationship unless she actually gets some things straight in her head. The experts see what Nelly is doing as fighting for the relationship. No, she's not. She's just fighting for her insecurity. Her neuroses are driving this. Also, I don't know about you, but am I in a weird space now where during this couch session, I'm agreeing more with Stephen? I hate it. Stephen keeps saying things like, well, I'm saying to her that I'm staying for her, but she can't hear it. And then Nelly says straight after he said that,
But you just need to tell me.
Yeah, but he just told you. I don't believe him. I don't believe that he's there for her. But he did just tell you. And then you were like, you just need to tell me. No, but he told you. He told you before. It was actually on camera. We saw it. Nelly feels like they just coexist. And I'm like, you can barely coexist. But really, he doesn't want to be with you and you can sense that. So you guys chatting about what this is going to look like on the outside is a waste of time because what it's going to look like on the outside is that you never see Stephen again and you'd be better off for it.
I'm still being affectionate, but not to the extent that I know I can.
I just struggle to understand that. If you can be more affectionate, why aren't you being?
It's just so it's more because that intimate, playful level never started that way.
Okay, Stephen, well, let's not go down that road because you did go cold because you figured out on the honeymoon that you didn't actually like her. Whether it be for her insecurities or not, you weren't that invested and you maybe had some other girl on the outside waiting in the wings.
What about just putting your hand on her back or just saying, it's okay, babe, I've got you?
I just can't with the experts tonight, guys. They're really making me mad. Can you guys just give Nelly one bit of constructive criticism about how insane she is with her insecurities and how much validation she fucking needs?
And if you can't give it, then what's the point? But I do think there is something there. I've decided to stay.
Oh, shut up. I was so convinced in this moment that she was going to write leave. What a fake out, and actually a real disappointment, because I thought, good for you, girl, get yours. But then Stephen outdoes himself and he writes, stay for now. Just giving her a heads up, so when he does leave, she can't be, shocked or blindsided by it. He's like, I said for now.
Stay for now means we've got a week. If I'm not giving you what you need, I need to go.
I don't really know what else I could say to add on to that.
Charlene says, this sounds like an important week. No, Charlene, it sounds like the last week. Stephen is looking to get to know the real Nelly. And Nelly's like, this is me. And I'm like, yeah. No, this is her. This is just a little look into your future.
Pretty soon I'll be dropping my wedding ring off.
Yeah, well, we got it. No, it should be done. And it will be. Performative JR and the Shorty are now on the Commit Me couch, and say it with me. Why? Why are you here? And with whispers from the crowd of how disrespectful she is, we go over all the same shit again. BT dubs, apparently the last straw for Devaney was how all over Stephen Julia Ruth was, like how thirsty for him she was. And I don't buy that for a second. I'm still not convinced that there is a last straw for Devaney. Like, do they bang? Will they bang again?
There's no shying away from the blunder that I've created.
What would you define as the blunder that you made?
Honestly, I think hurting Devaney and saying things behind his back.
Oh, I love the word blunder. Add that to the Rehash vocab. I'm not buying this flip of the story now that Devaney is this victim. Look, I agree that he's been misled and probably manipulated to a point and a bit led down a path, but he's not a victim. Like, he's been told many, many times and decided to stay. So that's on him. Don't worry, guys, though. One thing that Julia Ruth has learned is that she's going to think before she speaks. And my thought is, you already do think about it. I think you actually put a lot of thought into your little performative monologues. Now, you think about how hurtful they might be or how much people get riled up by them and you go, good, that's a great script. I'm going to do that one. This is also another one where we don't need the parchment held up because we know they're TV divorced already. Either way, it's a double leave. They're asked at the end of this if there are any words that they want to say to the group, and Devaney puts on his best BAFTA winning performance.
I don't even have words for you guys. It's something I'm going to cherish for a very long time.
I mean, bravo! I almost believe that.
Still gonna be spicy and naughty as ever.
That is the truest thing that you have ever said, Julia Ruth. Like that and Devaney is short. All right, I feel good actually. Why do I get energy once we've ditched a couple? That's how evil I am. Mr. and Mrs. Hot Dogs are up next, and by the drone drop, as their names are mentioned, it suggests to me that it's not going to be a good time on the Commit Me couch. But we know they stay, right? They're absolutely going to stay because the producers are going to want to put April with Ash because of how hard up she is for him. Leo explains that the emotional connection has been slow and currently isn't 100% there. Still working on it. And April...
I don't feel up until this point that we have built that much of an emotional connection.
Why does April have this face like she's trying to take a shit at all times? It generally is only when Leo is around. Everyone talks about her being a great time, but I just don't see any of that in the edit.
What was the emotion or your feeling hearing your wife say that gentleman right over there?
Insecurity was one of them, just the fact that it was consistently someone else. But I knew if I took these emotions on deeply, it would get in my head.
They really come for Leo for not explaining his feelings to April. And I'm like, yeah, but with a face like this, you're not going to want to be vulnerable in front of that. I'm scared of it. I really am not sure how this couch session has turned into a come for Leo party. He just seems like a really easygoing guy. And maybe if she took the pressure off him being so perfect for her and everything that she needs, maybe she would like him and maybe he could fucking relax. But April doesn't want to be here, so really what's the point?
We just don't have that bond currently. I'm not feeling overly connected, and I wanted it to work and I wanted the connection that most of the people have got in this room.
It doesn't always come straight away, April. You have to work on it.
It doesn't.
You can just tell by the way that she speaks about him, and have I mentioned her fucking face? April's not going to see him for who he really is. because he doesn't tick every single box that she wanted. The order wasn't complete. She got the mullet and the height, but that's kind of it. And I mean, like, from the experts, he's taking all of this stuff on his shoulders that he has to work on, and April just has no homework. April, you're perfect. You're incredible. Just keep doing you, April. Come on. Even when he says stay, she seems angry about it. Again, maybe it's just her face.
Then there is hope for us. So I have decided to stay.
Oh, okay. I guess I kind of saw a smile there. Was April more off than usual, or is this the standard? I can't quite remember. Anyway, a double stay is excellent for all of the mess that's going to be created with the wife swap. So I'm pretty happy about that. But then they leave Ash and Grace to last, and that's a bad sign. I feel like something is coming. Grace explains that she has not been listened to at all. She is not heard. And the only reason that they've had a good week, mostly, is because Grace was pushing everything down and not speaking any of her feelings.
One good week, meaning that you're avoiding all conflict.
Yes, me.
What about you, Ash?
No, I was so happy that we weren't having the conflict. Finally seeing who I am. I'm not being questioned and attacked on all these little things.
She says she's not questioning his character. She's just questioning if he actually listens to her. And I'd be like, well, like I did at the start, but then I'm kind of tuning out now. Then the experts really want to know the whole Ash-April explosion that we've already covered. I've already said this a million times, but it bears repeating. I don't understand Grace and all the issues she has with Ash. I can see some of her points.
I know Ash has great intentions, but it wasn't what I wanted and it wasn't what I vocalised, and I felt unheard.
But ultimately, it seems like she just doesn't like the guy. Like, maybe they have some chemistry, but deep down she doesn't like him as a person. And I think change is good. People can evolve and grow, but there has to be like a baseline compatibility with this science, yeah?
We had literally just finished being intimate. And then she wanted to talk to me about April. So the reason I was avoiding it, I was like, there's no way I'm talking about another woman straight after that.
Well, immediately after sex, I would also not want to talk about an issue, especially involving another woman. You know, I don't know that that's the best time to bring things up. And I get it. She was like having a vulnerable moment and she thought that maybe she'd talk about it. But, you know, she also has to pick the best times too, no matter what her emotions are telling her. Like I said, I don't think either of them are bad. I just think they both need to work on different things. And I think Grace actually needs to work on a lot of stuff solo. According to these experts, they need to get away from the point scoring. And then the experts actually come for Ash a bit because Ash will then say something and then go, but apparently you're not allowed to have any buts. And for a second, I think, wow, the experts are really trying to make this messy because they throw to April in the crowd. So April, your thoughts? But she actually agrees that she should have gone to Grace and apologizes about the whole situation. So that really kind of shuts down my whole like wife swap dreams and the trash mess and drama for those two. Bummer. These experts who have really featured too much in this rehash, I'm sorry guys, I don't like to mention them too much, but they're upsetting me today. These experts who have made this terrible science, they say that they really believe in them. But I feel like this relationship we're watching is like counseling for people who have been together 8+ years. You know what I mean? Like they've gotten past the 7-year itch, but they're really sort of struggling to connect and, you know, another phase. Like it's just so...
If we left, I would miss you so much. I don't want to be apart from you. So I've chosen to stay.
Whoa, Grace has got some stuff. And I feel like a lot of it doesn't have anything to do with Ash. And Ash still feels like Grace just doesn't know him. And she really does kind of expect the worst out of him all the time. I just don't understand why it needs to be so combative between them. Why can't he be more of a feminist? I am glad that we're not using the word feminist as much.
I am growing big feelings for you. I've said stay.
This episode just feel long. Anyone else who watched it in full before coming here to rehash it, which is the pact that you and I made together, did it feel long? And it also kind of felt like we got nowhere. Oh, that's true. We did get some people to leave. That's pretty good. And we must end with a big kiss. Mwah. Oh, from Stephen. Oh, hot. Oh, I feel like it's on me. I don't know if they make water hot enough to get rid of that. With that comes the end of another rehash. But the wife swap is almost upon us in the next episode. And I do see here with this little picky in the trailer that Stephen is matched with April. I mean... it's not Ash, but it's pretty good for us. If you have come this far, you can be part of the All the Way Club, but you must prove your membership by commenting below with the word ruthless. Get it? Because now we are ruthless. Julia Ruthless. That's so stupid. Thank you so much to everyone who supports the channel. Please give thanks if you can. Any support, you can also donate at rehash.com.au and get your merch. Is that where it is? Yeah. I'll see you in the next episode.